Hey guys, I'm TGS. In one of my previous videos, I put a working version of the world's hardest game using Python and Pygame, and a couple people asked me to make a tutorial on it, so that's what I'm going to do here. So, first off, you're going to need to download Python and Pygame. I put a link in the description on how to download it.
But you can use any
yeah.
tutorial you find on the web anywhere. Just look up how to install Python and Pygame and for your Mac or PC, whatever you got, and get them installed on your computer. You can use the link in the description or any other one you find. It's not very hard.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Anyway, so I put my code in the description too. This is like just the bare starting code for making the world's hardest game. And with this, you can modify it and you can build it into whatever you want. So
it's kind of like a first pass at it.
yeah.
A single level, just a couple of enemies. We're going to show it to you here. Very easy to look at. Because it's simpler, it's easier to modify.
So you can put your Python program into a folder. I put it into C temp here, for example.
Click on it. Show.
Click temp.
So
we got hardestgame.py
and C temp. Put it somewhere like that.
Yep.
And then open up Python.
So
you do that by
you put it here,
or you can type in idle in the search menu
you can
there.
Do it.
Just type idle.
Just idle. Yeah.
And open up idle Python.
No. And here it'll come up. You get this thing right here. So depending on whether you're familiar or not with Python and Pygame, this main
look file open. You go to C temp or wherever you put it.
Temp. Yeah.
Wherever you want to put it, anywhere is fine.
You can put it pretty much anywhere.
Open up the thing there. And
then
you got your program open.
This is my program here. This is the bare starting point. I'll include it in the description if you remember. But
it's relatively short for a game, so yeah, it's pretty easy to work with.
Pretty short game. Pretty easy. Yeah, easy to work with. That's right. And so when you run this, this is what you come up with. Come up with this, which is where you take your character, red square, move from one green square to the other, avoiding the blue circles along the way, and it says you won, or if you get hit by them, you lost.
Use the arrow keys to move.
Yep. And so, you can take this stuff, you can edit the game, you can make it just as frustrating as it is in real life.
Now the game started in the upper left there, if you notice. Run it again for him, TJS.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And let's try to move that start point to begin with here.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
So you see there, the upper left-ish, it's a little bit offset there. It's close to the upper left. Now let's go ahead and move that start point somewhere else. Let's say, for example, we want it in the lower left, maybe tucked real close to the corner of the lower left.
Yeah.
How would we move that start point down to the lower left, TJS?
Alright, here, I'm going to show you right now. So.
You can hit escape to stop the code or just
yeah,
X out of it, whatever you want.
Yeah, it has the things and the keys right here. Anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So this sets the position of the green squares. This little bit of piece of code right here.
The pound sign means you got a comment. It's not the code, it's just comments. You got starting square.
Yep, this is the starting square, the positions in X and Y coordinates. X is left and right, Y is up and down. So this one is the starting square. Center X. So you want it, or you want to put it down low. So at 150.
So think of that X can be anywhere from 0 to 1,000, and your Y from 0 to 600.
Screen X and screen Y. So you put it relative to that.
So 0, 0 is in the upper left. So let's put it in the lower left.
So center Y could be something.
Center Y close to 600. 550 is pretty close to 600.
Center
Make
X.
the X pretty close to 0. Maybe not at 0, but something close to it.
50.
50, 550. Let's try running that again. Let's see. So remember, it was in the upper left before. Now we're going to run it again with F5 or the run drop-down menu.
And
now
it automatically
lower left
puts
there.
your character in there too.
Down at the bottom. So you're starting down there at the bottom
right
instead of the upper. So you can move that around wherever you like on the screen. Experiment with it.
Yeah.
Try different values.
You can also move the
places.
finishing square too. You can.
Yep. So let's do that next. Let's move that finishing square from where it is to the upper right. Let's move the finishing square.
Finishing square, center X is 800, so we can put that up at
800 is all the way over to the right.
950 is going to put it even
further to the right.
Because 1,000 is the boundary here. So center Y, that's going to go up to 50.
So we want a low number, so up close to the top.
Low number is up at the top, yeah.
And again, just experiment around. If you don't understand what's the X and the Y's
just try typing in random numbers and see what happens.
Keep them between like 0 and 1,000 for the X and 0 and 500 for the Y, though. 600 for the Y.
No, you won't see them if they're off.
They'll disappear off the screen. It'll still work, but you won't be able to see it. So.
Or your character's going to be way off the screen and something.
Yeah, it might be a little confusing for you. But it shouldn't crash the program anyway.
Anyway, this is what it's going to look like if we put that.
So now we moved it around. Now we got the X and Y, the start and ending starting different places.
So now you just,
And so play around with that. You got complete control. You can move the start and the end wherever you like in this game now.
Yep, so you can set the course, whatever you like here. And now you can also move the enemies too.
Make it a little interesting.
Yeah, what do you want to do with the enemies here?
Well, you've got one moving up and down and one moving left and right. So why don't you make the up and down one move faster?
Alright, how much faster? We got it at speed 4 right now.
Let's try 20. Let's see what happens. You move from 4 to 20.
Alright, that should be a pretty dramatic effect.
Yeah, let's see if the up and down one moves very fast.
Yep.
So change the 4, the speed, in the first one.
Whoa.
So now you can see that one's really going fast, especially compared to the lower one, which is much slower.
Yeah.
Now you got yourself a harder game.
Yeah, you can make this as hard or as easy as you like.
And let's say go ahead and make the left and right one faster too now.
Alright.
Make that one even faster. I want to get one really fast. Make that one 30.
30.
So let's see what this does now. You go crazy on this. Make it whatever you like. Experiment around. It's your game now. You customize it however you like. Now these things are moving really fast. So now you've made it a really hard game. Maybe impossible to solve. I don't know.
Yeah.
Make it really easy to get hit.
And I lost.
That's what happens when you get hit. So it's going to happen if you make it too fast.
I'm not very good at this game.
Let's put the speeds back to where they were, and now let's have them move in different places this time.
Alright, so this one was 4, I think, and that one was 6. But they can be anything, though. It doesn't matter.
So now rerun it. Make sure it's working how you wanted it to.
Yep, now they should be back to their
Now they're going how they were. Now let's say that middle, that up and down one's kind of in the center.
Yeah.
Why don't you move that one a little bit further to the right? Maybe not all the way to the goal, or maybe all the way to the goal. Move it to the right, so it's moving to the right instead of in the center.
To the right.
Yeah, try it in the right. So what do you do for that? You got the up-down one.
So then, this one is the up-down one. So it's
First one's the up-down one.
Is 500 right here, which is half of 1,000, so it should be right in the center. So if we change that to 800, say, that should put it further to the right, and it should put it pretty close to the finishing square, I think.
Let's see what happens. Always do a Control-S to save it, and a run to run it.
Yeah, you can either use a run.
If you forget to save it, it'll give you a warning and ask if you want to save.
It's not a real big issue, but you usually want to
You
save.
get in the habit of it, though. Now, you see that one's going to the right now. The one all up and down one's all the way to the right.
You can see we've done that.
So we've moved that to a different spot.
Yep.
Now let's say you really want to go crazy and you want to make them both going back and forth instead of going up and down. How might we do that?
So, as you can see here, we put the instructions, so we have a direction X and a direction Y. So those control which way the enemies are moving. So, as you can see, this one has a direction X of 0 and a direction Y of -1. So you wanted to change it to be left and right?
Yeah, make them both left and right.
Alright, so we're going to set the direction Y to 0, so it's not going up and down. We're going to change the direction X to -1.
Try that out. Let's see what that
which
does.
is going to be going the other way.
So you do a Control-S and an F5, or File, drop down, Save, and then Run.
Yeah,
either one will work.
Either way.
Or just let it tell you to save it.
So,
now you got 2 of them there.
This is the world's hardest game.
Kind of an easier version of the hardest game. It wasn't too hard, but try that again.
Yeah, here I'll show you. I'm better at this than you might think.
It's usually not this bad. He's just nervous for the camera.
I've done plenty of gaming. Oh, one's going faster than the other.
Yeah, pretty interesting. You can modify these things.
Yep.
Now let's just go all out crazy now. Why don't you make one of them move diagonally? How would you go about that? Let's say you didn't want to left, right, up, down. Make it move diagonally.
Let's take the other one. So what you do here is, so it says it's moving to the right, because direction X equals 1, but direction Y equals 0. So you can change that. You can make it, say, -1. So So that's going to be moving up and to the right.
Try a few different things. Make it positive, negative.
Yeah, you can play around with this all you like.
Go wild. Do whatever you like with it. This is your game. You can customize it now. So you're in control. Make the game do whatever you like.
This is how you learn programming. You just use what we got here and you change it around to what you like, and that's basically the first step to learning how to do this.
You always want to start modifying someone else's program rather than writing one from scratch.
That was how I learned to program, and I'm pretty good at it now. So
you get better at it over time. You start this way, you get better and better and better at it.
Yep. So
show them what that looks like. Show them the diagonal one now.
Now, one of them should be going diagonal.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yep. And now that makes for a more challenging game.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yep. Oh.
Make it do whatever you like. You're in control. You're the master of the universe here.
Yep, you are. You can do whatever you like here. And
so that's pretty good.
Stuff in the instructions should not cause you any errors. Anything you can change, which is basically just the stuff right here and up there.
Anything with a comment on it there is fair game. You can play around with it if you like. You don't have to play with anything.
The ones with comments up here. You can set the speed of your own character if you like.
Might be interesting. Make your player move slower or faster.
Yeah.
Give you more or less of a challenge.
So, you want to move slower or faster? Which one?
I want to move slower. I want to go really slow.
Let's change it from 7 down to 4.
All right.
Oops. Now 4W.
Control S and F5.
Yep.
Now the player is going to have a harder time keeping up now. You got a harder game.
Oh.
Excruciatingly slow here.
Oh no, I'm being chased.
All right, I'll make him go really fast. Change it so the player moves really fast. Let's see the difference.
All right.
Put him up to 20 like the fast ones were going.
Should we make the opponents fast to keep up with him?
No, I'll make them real slow. I want to see the difference. I want to win real easily now.
All right.
Or maybe it's too hard. Maybe the player's too fast. Maybe the player's too fast now. Look at that, zipping around.
Yep.
No time at all.
Yeah, you just don't want to get ahead of yourself with that.
This is for you guys to play around with. Modify it however you like.
You guys can do whatever you like with this. It's completely yours. You can re-download it if you mess it up. But hopefully that won't happen. So, this is what you got here. You can play around with it all you like.
If you like it, we can make more videos.
Yep, we will. If you guys enjoy this, if anybody enjoys this, I will make a part 2 of this series. This will eventually be a series, and we'll show you guys the next step to programming.
Show you maybe how to put in more enemies, or maybe make the more levels. Level 1, 2, 3, go over from one level to the next.
And that'll get pretty interesting.
Maybe get the enemies moving in circles or in straight lines and stuff. Maybe put in sound effects. Maybe change those squares and circles to little pictures. And all kinds of stuff. So make it into a full-blown world's hardest game. Anything you want, customize it yourself.
Yep, it'll get pretty fun in the later episodes of this.
Programming's a lot of fun.
Alright, see you guys later, and subscribe to see the next parts of this series.